everybody. My name is Mr. Raven, and today we're back with another episode of Deca Debrief. Today we have our co-host, Sam. Go ahead and say hi.
Hello, everybody. It is Sam/CW Girl, and we also have our two lovely guests here. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Desotroya, the small realm YouTuber. I guess that's all. Hi.
Hey, it's Carter. I'm here just because Deso.
Nice and wonderful. So if you guys have any burning questions to ask any guests in the future, make sure to email us at decadebrief@gmail.com. We have a Discord that we do various giveaways on, so make sure to go down to the description and check that out. We also have a Patreon with various goals and various different benefits that you get by donating, so make sure to check that out in the description too. We have sponsors, and those sponsors are... We have LHZ, EDZ, and the Shatters, the Peach Discords as always. Join LHZ for the Lost Halls event coming up, EDZ for various events, and you join the Shatters for Sam. You join Shatters for Sam. That's the only thing. We also have a new sponsor, that would be Gilbot. Gilbot is a new bot that does all sorts of stuff. You can add them to your Discord server. You can look at your characters through Realm-Eye on there. It's much more convenient than like actually doing stuff on Realm-Eye. We have A-Trappers Ideas Discord, Realm Slayers, boasting 6 minutes and 45-second runs.
This is a server you'll be interested in running for when the Double White event comes out.
Running for office, by the way. You can become president through there.
Yeah.
And special thanks to Silver Dollar for sponsoring each one of our episodes through his description. Now for that news. So, Month of Mad God brought along a lot of events, and events have been very controversial throughout the past parts of Deca's existing. So, a common argument that people use is that events are bad for the economy because they just give pots away, basically. So, what's your all's opinion on that?
Just to start off, I guess, in terms of Month of the Mad God, I think it's fine just having this chaotic nonsense going on. I love it personally. I mean, minus the Deca Act when that was first released. Whew, just insta-popped everyone. But in terms of just normal realm, yeah, I can see why people tend to not like events. They do screw with the economy. And
Well, let's think about this. Like, remember like how those OT events just killed the price of mana? And so basically getting a mana pot was like, you just cried because it was just so worthless. So I could definitely see the argument that, you know, having all these events that drop all these pots, like, can definitely make the pots go down in price. But I don't know. I think it's alright. Just because, like you said, it's Month of the Mad Gods, it's kind of supposed to be special anyway.
yeah.
Right. But, like, what about the weekend events that happen every week?
I don't agree with those. I think
I
chest
don't-
events should be
sorry.
special. Yeah, I think the chest events should be special events.
I agree with you, like, completely. I think it takes the charm away a bit if you have it, like, every week or every other week. And, yeah, after a while, it just gets really boring going into dungeons and, you know, the same old grind.
I mean, personally, I love events. I find it good that they sort of find all these ways to sort of stimulate Realm because it feels like a constant pot grind, and it's nice to sometimes have that break in the lull. But it's true that it does disturb the economy, and I feel like there should be some solution made for that.
Yeah, but like even then, the same people that complain about the events hurting the economy are the same people that complain whenever the drop rates go down on the chest.
What are you saying here?
I'm saying that people are dumb and like should not.
Whoa!
I see how it is. Okay.
You heard it here, folks.
We're
Mr.
dumb.
Raven thinks people are
You're all dumb.
No, but like
Donate to my Patreon, by the way.
No, that's interesting that we have conflicting opinions because, yeah, it makes the game a lot faster paced, but don't you think it's a bit like too frequent and too repeatable? Like, have you never gone into like the 25th DDoS or the 125th DDoS for an event and just thought, oh god, not this again, why am I doing this?
Event actually made me want to like use a melon baller and scoop my eyes out. I swear.
Yeah.
I swear,
I mean,
man.
no, I wasn't even like defending the use of events. Like, I think that the drop rates are freaking terrible for the economy and ruin the economy. But I was just pointing out the hypocrisy of the Realm community and how they love to complain about Deca's doing events every single week, but then again,
absolutely.
also,
Yeah.
like,
Well, that's just
yell.
because there just is a lot of hypocrisy in Realm in general.
Yeah, that's just human
It
nature.
is-
like,
it is
if
filled
Deca
with, like,
releases
well-known-
something, people will complain.
Yep.
That's just guaranteed.
I mean, I think they're just too used to complaining about Deca. Because, I mean, not Deca,
Yeah.
Kabam. Because
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
they need to
Kabam
find
was-
something to complain about. They're like, oh, they're too good. Shit.
They provide too many free pots now. Anyways, yeah, I mean, it is very much a thing of how are you going to fix it? How are you going to fix it without getting the large lashback that you always get whenever you attempt to fix something like this? No problem.
But honestly, I think a good start for fixing it would just make it less frequent. Like, chess events used to be this really special thing, but now it's like every week, every weekend, and it just makes Month of Mad God feel a lot less cool, because
Right.
that's like the main thing in Month of the Mad God is all these chess events.
If
Imagine
anything,
every weekend.
If anything, they should make it less frequent, but add better rewards, so players actually feel rewarded doing the grind, and maybe add some more creative events while they're at it. So not just chest events every single time.
The one thing that like really sucks about doing some of these events is they feel really samey a lot. It feels like you just can't see anymore. Your eyes are watering. You feel like you're gonna like fall over because these
It's
events
3 a.m.
take your soul. And there's no like, I mean, you get some loot sometimes, but it's the same thing over and over again. But I guess that's kind of the point around.
It's not even like you're seeing the dungeon anymore. You just see a tile ahead of you and you think, this gets closer to the boss.
That's true.
Pretty much.
I get more pots by hitting the
I mean,
W
something we don't
button.
even think about is that some people don't even have access to do these events because they don't have access to Discords or anything. So they just have to find them in realms.
Requirements. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's even worse for them.
But even then, you can just go to like USC's 2 and sit in there for 5
That's
seconds.
true. That's a good
True,
point.
true.
Maybe.
In terms of like the other Mad God Mayhem content, I'm having a blast. Like just doing the Mad God Mayhem dungeon and like fearing for my life every single time I get slowed near a Deca tower. It's good stuff. And most of these events have actually been pretty good. Like I know we were just on a tangent about how repeatable they feel, but for stuff like the Shatters, it's just it adds a whole new aspect since it's a harder dungeon and people actually go in coordinated.
No, but
somewhat.
like I have something to say about that. I've been there longer than a lot of the other
You're
Shatters
OG.
leaders for like the
OG.
Mad Peach servers, Shatters leaders, and I did like 3 chains of Shatters because it was so boring and the chest was so
really?
bad. Yeah,
Really?
I mean, I didn't think the chest was that good.
Maybe
it's
it was fine
because
for me and Deso just because we had each
That was
other.
my favorite event. Yeah.
We got the whole of them.
Oh, dude, Lost Halls event
Dude,
is going to be so good.
Wait,
though.
that's where the
I
reverse
can't
memes
wait.
came from. It was beautiful. That was the best
Oh,
Shatters event of all time.
Best event ever.
You know about the reverse
what?
memes, Mr. Raven?
I don't.
Oh, you didn't
no.
watch the
Okay,
video.
it's better. It's
Feels
better
bad.
that you don't know.
Oh my goodness, I
Explain it to
love
me.
the reverse memes.
That's
They were reverse. Oh man, how do I come up with a good one?
They were reverse.
I'm so confused.
They were reverse,
Explain
not
yourself.
funny.
Basically,
Whoa.
what happened is like
Thanks for
I was
reverse
trying
leading
to-
runs.
I was trying to lead Shatters because I was temporarily made a raid leader there for some
Okay.
ungodly reason, and Carter and someone else was unmuted. I think it was
Synergy.
Synergy. Yeah, and they're just being super loud. So I was like, can you guys be reverse loud for just 2 seconds? And for the rest of the night, they just kept on giving me shit for it. Like,
Oh my god, because we just kept doing different. Okay, the best part was the ending when he was like, "So is it like bad that I thought Wakanda was like a real geographic location?"
look, that's yes, I did say that.
Like,
but-
why I've never heard Wakanda of it before. It sounds fucking sick.
Oh god, yeah, that's embarrassing.
Well,
Oh, yeah, what are we up
talking
to?
about Lost Halls, I feel like the Lost Halls event will be like one of the best events of like all time because holy crap,
Absolutely.
Lost Halls is. I don't know about you guys, but that's like my favorite dungeon.
No,
like, of
it's
all
like
time.
so many things packed into one. You get fame,
Yeah.
you get amazing loot, and you also get the freaking chest at the end. Like,
And,
why
yeah.
would you not? I'm gonna
Not
do.
to
Not
listen
mention
to
the
this sexy
entertainment
voice,
of
like, come
all.
on.
all
I'm
the
gonna
on
do
to
Lost
LAC.
Halls anyways. So like, why not do it with an event?
Hop on over to
It's gonna be
LAC,
great.
go do some Lost Halls where SaintClair and Desotroya are leading. Get some good times.
Shout out to
When does
LAC.
Mr. Raven get promoted? That's the
When
real
you do more
question.
runs? Question mark.
Shut up.
When
I've
am
done
I
like
going to be on the
8
Deca
runs.
debrief? Jesus, man.
Never.
Oh,
You're never coming on. This is actually like a prank. You're never coming
Oh,
on.
it's
You got
just
pranked.
waste. Yeah,
Feels
2
bad.
hours waste of time. Feels good.
Oh goodness. Oh yeah. So how do you guys feel about the Mad God Mayhem thing and like half of it being vanity, half of it being like actual content?
Well, Deca can tell you some stories about getting white bags from the Deca rack and just like crying.
Oh god, yeah. The worst feeling ever is going to the Deca, seeing that beautiful, beautiful white bag against the
Getting a Silex
vast-
hammer.
Getting fucking
Yeah. Oh god, it's just the worst. But like, I was fortunate enough to get the Mad Cloak twice, so I'm very thankful for
Wow.
that. And
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
done a ton of mayhems to be honest, because I don't know, I've been focusing on other things. But I gotta tell you, like that cloak seems really cool. Like I would love to get my hands on the cloak. Or the shield is really good for things you can't stun. The spell
they're really
seems like
fun items in general.
really good.
Sorry.
It's just
Talking
like a
about-
better tablet, right? Not that tablet's good, but
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
got Jade Spell. That's the only like actual white bag I've gotten from there.
it's
Oh,
Jade
nice.
Storm. Jade Storm.
Jade Storm. I'm sorry.
Everyone's gonna scream at you now.
Memed.
No, but like there are vanity items sprinkled out through like the first 3 dungeons or first 3 parts of the dungeon, and then at the last is the only place that you get actual good stuff. What do you think about the rates there compared to the rates at the other 3 parts? And do you think they should be white bags?
I feel like it's justified just because the 3 actual good white bags are pretty useful in their own little scenarios. But yeah, I definitely don't think there should be white bag vanities dropping from the Deca because,
Yeah.
as mentioned previously, it's just the most like heart-wrenching thing seeing that
Yeah,
beautiful
your
white
soul
bag,
just gets ripped away.
and then you get a
This is-
Krathana.
This
Yeah,
is so
you see
sad.
a white bag, you just don't even get excited anymore because you're like, oh, it's just a fucking Silex game
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh, and what's up with the insta kill bug with the Deca? Like, holy
wasn't that
mackerel!
fixed though?
Oh,
I
really?
thought they fixed
Oh,
that. Yeah, because you like spawn in another room and then you also get like 3 seconds of invincibility or something.
You know, something I think they should have done in the first place is Deca has like a history of being really bad with invulnerability phases and not realizing that things will get destroyed. So like the Deca Act, after you
Dedox.
kill all people are really discouraged to kill the towers because once it spawns, it's instantly you can kill it. And
Right.
so if
Everyone
you're like
just
killing
stands in the
towers, you might
middle.
like just miss the boss, and that's the whole point of being there.
but
So
yeah,
I think
as you
there should be an invulnerability phase on it, but
yeah, just to say just to add to what Carter said, Deca seems to have just a pretty bad history in terms of adding invulnerability to stuff that really needs it. I remember like when the tea room for
oh, the Mountain Temple.
Mountain
Oh.
Temple, that's the one. Yeah, okay, awesome.
Okay.
The only dungeon the Decas actually made themselves.
When they added the tea room, like no one would clear the pillars because everyone would just camp outside since it would open immediately and the chest would just insta die.
No,
And
if
then
that's
for
like
the-
if
sorry,
that's
and
the
then-
only dungeon that Deca has made themselves, it's a really freaking beautiful dungeon, I gotta tell you.
That is true. But then there's like the ice cave, the rework, where you'd have to clear the pillars once again around the outside, and in the middle the boss would just immediately appear. And
Yeah, they just have a
Burst
history of
flames,
not
yeah.
thinking before like making things like that.
this isn't Deca hate, by the way. I love Deca. Added so much fun content.
If anything,
to the
this is
game.
just nitpicking because they're so good.
Yeah. We're like
Dude,
nitpicking the small.
Spend the
details.
next
Deca's actually
first
like
of all-
really good though, because this game, let's be honest, before Deca came around, this game was just going to zero way too quick. Because Kabam just didn't care about it anymore. They put no time into it. There was no new content for like 2 years.
there
only
were
person
2
that ever,
people
like-
on the team.
Hey,
Yeah,
at
it
least
was
we got
ridiculous.
the ninja class, out of all.
Oh
that.
my god. Wait, Ninja
that's
was
fair.
during wasn't even during Kabam, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, was it at the
Yeah.
very
It's like one of
beginning?
the
That was
first
like the
things they did,
reason
yeah.
why people liked Kabam at the start is because they had
Oh.
a ninja.
Yeah, because Kabam came around whenever the Davies came out. That's when Kabam took over. Is when the Davy Jones Locker came out.
Right, okay.
A bit before that, yeah.
Yeah, but that was like the first dungeon they made. That was the first like thing they contributed. But yeah, Deca has done so much to make this game like enjoyable. Like I like the chest events. Like as much as I was hating on them earlier, it's a good addition. I just think they abuse it a little too much. Because I
Yeah.
think what they're trying to use it for is they're using it as cash flow, which I guess makes sense, but I don't know. I'm kind of like discouraged to buy
No,
them all the
here-
time because I
here's the
know
thing.
a new event's coming around the corner.
Here's the thing. So, if you listen to the episode before last with A Trapper and Wonder Wave, so A Trapper said that whenever the UGC asks to have something implemented, Deca's literally like, we can't do that. We're putting everything into Unity. And honestly, if they're doing events weekly to get money and it's all going into Unity, I'm pretty all right with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but that's fine. But they were doing that before they even thought about Unity.
Right, okay.
Well, at least
Yeah,
before
to be
they told
fair,
us that we
yeah.
thought about it. But now, yeah, I guess you can say that it's justified. But before, it was just for no reason, and it just kind of it lost us.
I like how we were talking about good things Deca has done, and it immediately just went back
shit
into
on Deca again.
chest events. Yeah.
That's so
But,
quick. Gush about Deca.
Parasite Chambers, amazing dungeon, good fun, good fame. It's just a lovely dungeon in general, and I'm very thankful Deca added it to the game.
Yeah.
This is going to sound really bad, but did Deca add tours? I'm not actually 100% sure.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
But-
Okay.
Lost Halls
how have we not
2.0
mentioned that?
it's like some of the most fun I've had like in a game in a long time. To be
Absolutely.
honest.
It's also like the most sync of hours I've had in a game ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So many hours going to Lost Halls for me.
Well, it's just I mean I guess it gets boring after a while, but I can do them every day and be fine with it. It's just such a
Exactly.
good dungeon. I
And
can gush
being a
for
raid-
hours about Lost
Sorry.
Halls, man.
Being a raid
Yeah,
leader
go
just like adds a sort of extra element to it where you're sort of responsible for, in a way, for everyone's life in there. And it's just, there's days where I'll just come on and just lead halls all day and do nothing else.
Yeah.
Just because it's such a fun dungeon for me personally. It's true bullet hell to me. Like the game should just be held to that standard, in my opinion.
Yeah, Lost Halls 2.0. Oh my goodness, it is such an amazing dungeon. I mean, I don't think there's like almost any part of it that I could be changed or could be better
Yeah.
because it feels so perfect.
So what was your opinion on 1.0 then?
I thought 1.0 was basically the complete opposite. It was like way too boring because it felt so samey. Nothing ever felt different. The whole thing about like things respawning felt like it took 10 years. I feel like a lot of the sprites in 2.0 were a lot better than they were in 1.0. I feel like 1.0 had a lot of issues that we didn't even realize were issues until 2.0 came out.
For me, personally, I actually was taking like a big break at the time, so I didn't end up doing too much of 1.0. But the little runs I did do were, it just seemed that the crumbing was a really bad mechanic to have, just because it forced players
No,
Forced
I-
players to not like shoot anything, yeah.
to not play the game.
Sure,
Essentially.
it was like a bad mechanic, but it shows you how innovative our community is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Especially even
absolutely.
like Lost Halls 2.0, seeing like the evolution of like how raid leaders were leading the runs is just beautiful. Because it's just over time we learned how to do the dungeon pixel perfect at this point, I swear. It's just amazing.
We've established its like very own meta, and it's been really fun seeing how that's evolved. Remember back when we were doing 2-split? Oh my god, that was horrible. In Void,
Ew, yucky.
Yeah.
disgusting.
I mean, even like recently, like a couple of weeks ago, we even came up with like the mid method where you pop at fusions.
Right, yeah.
Which seems like such a simple thing that we just never did before, and it actually like makes it go so much faster.
You guys see that like Pub Halls stole that from us?
yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I
think
keep saying
every Discord
absolutely.
just
Holy
catch-
shit.
I mean, it's fine though because the whole point is we're all a community, and so we're supposed to share
Right.
it. It's just doing it more efficiently. Wait, I need to send you a picture, Raven. 1 sec.
I love other Discords, mostly all of the Peach Discords now. I resigned from the Shatters. I love not having to lead, but still being able to do Lost Halls. It's great because
Yeah, I can
sometimes,
relate to that.
sometimes like leading gets like, whenever you do like one bad run, I don't want to do anything anymore.
To follow up on that, I can completely relate to how demotivating it feels to do one bad run, and then everyone's like screaming at you. It's like, oh my god, Deso's leading again. We're all gonna die. Feels bad, man.
Oh,
And
no.
sometimes it's just so fun to tune out and not actually have to put any effort into leading, saying left, right, watch out, Crusade behind us.
Right.
You can just listen to music. It's great. I can completely relate.
Deso, how do you feel about the Samurai as it's a new class that came out?
A brand spanking new class, eh? Well, I'm a bit afraid to say this because I know people actually really like the samurai and have been waiting years for there to be a samurai class, but I just feel like it's a lazy class with nothing too special about it, honestly, in my opinion. The Wakizashi, just the Mike Wazowski, however you say it, just feels very, very underwhelming. It just feels like a worse armor break. Yeah, whenever I hop on to play Samurai, I just wish I was playing Ninja, to be honest, or just any melee class. That's my personal opinion. I would have really loved to see something creative like a summoner or an enhancer or something like that.
I think one of my biggest like gripes with Samurai, it was the most obvious class to add in the game. Like it's the one that people have been talking about for a really long time. And I feel like it would have been a lot more interesting if we got a class that no one was even expecting. Because I don't know what kind of class,
Right.
but something else. But honestly, getting 2K on my Samurai, it was like pulling teeth. I really did not like the class. It doesn't feel like it's anywhere near like the strength of any other class. And especially like when I was trying to like, do Lost Halls on it or whatever, there would be like 11 samurais in runs that were like unmaxed. It just slows everything down.
man.
And it was really annoying. But that
Wait,
doesn't
in
actually have to do anything with
LHC?
the class. But yeah.
Wait, didn't
It
you
just
guys have like
feels-
limits though? Like you had
No,
to,
The first day, there were so many unmaxed samurais that it's
did
not
like
even fun.
Cosmic remove the limit, or did
Basically,
you
what
guys
happened
just, like,
later
not
on
care?
is because of events, we just took whoever we could get really for LHZ runs, because obviously people prefer to do the events and the event chains instead of Lost Tours when there's going to be a Lost Tours event later at the end of the month. So everyone would just
Right.
bring their samurai, and we didn't really do anything about it because we would
Too
only have like
many.
20 people,
Yeah.
in runs.
Yeah, and they would
But,
all be samurai.
just to add another point, I feel like the samurai is like a bit too middle of the road. It's not necessarily niche or good at anything, at one certain thing. And for me, that's just very unfun and not enjoyable. Unfun, that's not a real
It's a
word.
jack of no trades. It's bad at everything.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing it excels at, but it's not like even like it's good at everything. It's just like bad at everything.
People hate on us so much. I love samurai. I've been waiting
this
for
is our
5.
opinions. I mean, it's fine.
I mean, yeah, it's just our opinions, guys. If you enjoy samurai, props to you.
Hey, that's
You
what
found
we're
a
here for, all
class
right? We're here to
yeah.
let like people in the community actually voice their opinions and
That's true. Oh yeah, I make mad videos, dude.
oh, dude,
Check out my-
Carter's
check out my
videos. He's
YouTube
like
channel.
he's like on Calais level. He's
Oh, yeah,
so
it's
freaking
starting
popular. That he's an absolute madman.
Go check out my channel. It's called Spencer Cunt.
Oh goodness.
Sound a bit less Australian there, Spencer.
Oh
Jesus.
no. It's just my voice modifier. It's fine.
I never.
Okay.
Okay. Kale was one of the pioneers of Realm of the Mad God. Like so many thousands of people watched him, but I never saw why. Like he'd upload a 2-hour video of just getting loot, and it'd just be like, "Hello, Kale here. We're going to be talking for 3 minutes in this video, and then the rest is just silence. Welcome to the video. Subscribe. Goodbye." And that was
I
it.
think the main point is that he was one of the most skilled at the time.
Oh yeah, true. I do
I
forget
think that's
that.
why people watched him, is because a lot of us were like really bad at the game, and like just watching
Everybody
him was
sucked
like
at the
in awe.
game. Yeah, everybody sucked at the game back
And
then.
now there's Lost Halls, and everyone's good at the game.
Oh, I can't even like begin to explain like how rich like a lot of the raid leaders are in Lost Halls. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, as soon as Month of the Mad God gets out, I'm probably gonna actually start leading runs again. Maybe.
Wow, not leading rating 2s for once, Raven.
I should
Guys,
get promoted
full
for
cult?
leading. I should get promoted for.
What's your
leading
obsession
too.
with Colt? Are you not bored of it?
Dude, I'm really bad at Void. No,
Oh, really?
actually, it's just that like splitting is stupid sometimes. Like people refuse to cooperate a lot of the time.
Alright,
It depends on the people. You gotta like
Sometimes you
gain
get
their
really
trust
nice
and
groups,
listen
yeah.
to you.
Gain their
Yeah.
trust.
Like I have some groups that are
Well, you
just
gotta
like,
if you like meme with them, like you know how they're always like really
Yeah.
toxic in the chat sometimes. If
Yeah.
you like
Like,
go
"Haha,
along with
yeah."
it, then they'll like you.
Yeah, you're like, haha, yeah, it's me,
That's
Deso. I
secret.
do
Like,
suck.
I mean,
haha."
generally good at that, but sometimes like whenever you get one of those runs that are just like it's
Terrible.
snail's pace, and it's
Mm.
like and it's not even like it's slow, it's just in your brain, it's like this isn't going well.
You're overthinking things, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think like the whole group's against you and stuff, but
Yeah, I've never failed to Void, but I know definitely a problem we had for a little while there
Coach.
was like the quality of the quality of players playing, because of everyone doing the events and stuff, was like really really bad. So it was like even like 40-person runs sometimes would like fail, not because of the raid leader, but because the players just didn't listen. They were being uncooperative, and it was just ridiculous.
Hmm.
It sucked. Just a little tangent, but you know.
it's okay.
I'm going to start doing tangents and start doing sine and cosine.
Wow, you're freaking funny.
Okay. Wait. Can I talk about the cloak of the Mad God though? Because
Do
I
it.
love. I don't know why some people are just, I guess, jealous that they don't have it, but they're calling it a trash item. Oh, I am completely in the separate camp here, like in the reverse camp, I guess you'd say.
You love it. They reverse love it, but you actually love it.
Yeah, because like.
You may say that you reverse hate it.
But okay, Carter, shut up. I'm kidding. I love you, Carter. For like all these years, Rogue didn't really have anything it could do when it was in a big group. Like, sure, you can go invisible, but there's not much point to it since enemies would be firing in your direction anyway. Say if you're going to go do a Cube God or a Skull Shrine in a big group, there's literally no point in cloaking. But now with the Cloak of the Mad God, that just adds something to Rogue that you can do if you're going to be in a big group and attracting fire anyway. So I think it's a great idea. And it's definitely still situational because you wouldn't want to be rushing with it since there's that 6.5 second cooldown. Just great item. Props to Deca.
So we're going to be doing some guest questions now. Remember, guys, if you guys want to send us some guest questions, make sure to join our Discord. We do weekly guest question asking in the Q&A part. We will here every single time we want you to submit questions. The first question for these two are, what are your stories behind your names?
Oh, okay. Well, this is like super nerdy, but basically my name like sounds like, if you look at it, it just seems like an edgy 12-year-old name on first glance. But I was a huge fan of like the really old Godzilla movies, like the ones from like way back in like the 1960s and 70s. And there was this one monster called Desotroya, and
Gotcha.
I just thought it sounded like the coolest thing ever. Here, I'll link it to you.
That
I
sounds
guess.
very edgy.
Look at him.
Wait, let me see.
It's up in special, boys.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it was literally
Why'd you
just
spell
like,
it like a retard, though?
yeah, because I was an edgy 14-year-old. Okay, I made this account 6 years ago, 6 years and 70 days.
Yeah, I talked to you about this earlier. Our names are freaking immortalized.
We can never change them. Yeah,
We can never change our names.
Oh, that's right. We did have this conversation. Like, even if I wanted to change my name, which I have really thought about, I can't because this is how people know me now.
Right,
and
yeah.
It would just be too much of a hassle.
Why would you want to change your name anyway? I think it's pretty good at this point.
But it's an edgy 14-year-old name.
Yeah,
I mean-
exactly.
Sorry,
Thanks,
I was
Raven.
imitating
Thank you
Carter.
for confirming.
No,
it.
I was imitating Carter. It's okay. I like your
Okay.
name.
Okay.
God damn
I
it.
like your name, but it's bad. Carter, you go ahead.
So interesting thing about my name is I actually just changed it like a couple of days ago. I actually was just like sitting down at like 3 a.m. thinking of a name for 3 hours, of which Deca was there for 2. Fun fact. He was actually like looking at the back of like macaroni boxes to look for inspiration for names. But my name before was actually Carter and then STCL. And people used to ask me all the time, like, what the heck is STCL? Is that like stencil? Actually, the STCL is part of my last name, which is actually now my name, which is SaintClair. So, because I was so tired of people asking what STCL meant all the time, I decided to just change my name to SaintClair. And there you go.
Dude,
So the
Carter.
story behind my original name is just, it's my name. You know, Carter, and then STCL is my last name.
Like, doing that with you, like, trying to come up with a new name for you for 2 hours just made me realize how it is to find a cool name that's not taken.
Yeah.
Like, as he said before, we were literally, like, looking at the back of, like, popcorn boxes, like, trying to find words to inspire us.
Is this like serious, or are you just
yeah, we're
like?
not even
No,
joking.
no, this is legit. Yeah.
We had looked on thesaurus.com and just clicked through words for like
I
hours.
was, like, grabbing my deodorant, looking at, like, the ingredients on the... Like, hey, why
Like this is
call
all
yourself, like...
things that actually happen.
Wait, no. Do
Yeah.
deodorants have like ingredients on the back?
Yeah, why don't you call yourself
one second.
isobutane or whatever?
Wait, 1 second. Let me go check my deodorant.
What the heck? Wow.
And then there's always
Don't
a
have,
fine line between, like,
They don't have
edgy
ingredients
names
on the back. You
and,
lied
like...
to me.
Wait, what? What kind of deodorant do you have?
I use Old Spice.
How do you not have ingredients? I'm pretty sure all of them do.
Dude,
Maybe it's not an
maybe
American.
it's an Australian
Australian
thing.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
wait, I
there's
didn't
any
try-
regulations on like having to put ingredients on it.
I mean,
In
this
here.
is Axe body spray. You guys have that there, so
Yeah, but you're in a different country.
you're in a different country.
Yeah,
And
That's what
you're
I just said. Wow.
Anyway, since I'm self-entitled, I'm gonna say the story behind my name, since it's so freaking confusing to say. My name is actually pronounced Mr. Raven or Mr. Avon or Mr. Raven, any one of those. Originally, it was supposed to be Mr. Raven, but then the character limit existed, so I was just like, I guess I'll just remove a letter and hope that people get it. People didn't
Oh.
get it.
Yeah. Can confirm, I thought it was missed like M-I-S-T, and I was like, who's this edgy fella? Sorry.
Feels bad, man. No, it's fine.
It's actually pronounced Misty Raven. You have to make sure to overpronounce the
Misty
E.
Raven.
Oh, I see it. So
Misty
wait,
Ravens.
wait.
I
Does that make
swear,
me
if you say
Ash?
E,
Is that like French or something? Miss Lee.
Nah, wait. If you're Misty, can I be Ash?
Ah, I see what you did there.
Ah, you got me.
Ah.
Ah.
So, apparently, because this is now coined as my question, are you gay?
No.
What? Okay, hold on. Okay, just repeat that.
Are you gay? Is there any hope of a possible ship between our two guests?
What?
Because
What?
one of our
Wait.
team,
A ship
Alright.
between
Erica,
us.
she does think that there is some
Did you
possibility
ask?
there.
Did you ask Silver Dollar this? Is this how you treat all your guests?
he was like the only person we didn't
Did
ask.
Talwar come on here and it's like, hey,
Yes,
Talwar,
we
did
asked
ask
him.
him.
You
Tell
can
us all
like
about it.
go listen to the episode. We asked him.
Oh, you guys
Okay,
actually asked
okay.
him? I was just
Yeah.
Let me put it to you this way. I'm about as gay as a straight male. So how do you want to think about that? That's me.
Reverse gay.
Yeah.
I mean, here in Australia, look, we drive on the other side, but I tell you, I do not swing my golf club that way. I can confirm that.
No, me and Deso are not like engaged or dating or lovers or any. Don't stop doing the fanfic. I can see you typing. Stop it.
Is there
Oh
is there
no,
a
that's gonna be a
possibility?
meme now. Oh no.
Oh,
He's
no.
gonna make this a meme.
because we all know it's gonna happen, but
Darter.
He's gonna edit it from I'm about as gay.
Desotroya.
Just I'm gay.
Deca
Did you see what
debrief
Arika just
speed
said?
dating when?
dude, that's gonna be one of the special episodes.
Oh my gosh.
Speed dating.
Oh
episode.
no.
I like to think of myself as about as straight as a ruler. So there you go.
Like one of those circular ones that they
Yeah,
use
the
in math.
protractors. Yeah.
Yeah, protractor. Wait, Carter.
Yeah.
Let me get into your Deca debriefs.
No.
Oh my goodness.
No. Oh my
Dude.
god.
That was perfect.
That was beautiful.
I love that one.
Maybe I actually should marry you. Jesus.
I mean, are you rich? I mean, I'll be a gold digger.
I mean, I can pretend I am.
No, how much?
Pretend.
I mean, honestly, I could be like a 38 year old like fat guy. I don't know. You don't know
Dude,
for sure.
dude, if you have over 500 realm gold, you're all mine, mate.
If you can buy 2 Lost Halls keys, I'm in.
I mean,
Wait, we're giving them the fanfics are actually gonna start. Please
oh
no.
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 I can see the
Alright.
memes now.
Next question.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Johns, what's your least favorite deck update?
Oh.
Jimmy Johns. What?
Jimmy Johns. No, sorry to laugh at your name, Jimmy Johns there. Thank you for the question. That's a tough question because like who specifically remembers like updates, like what happens in updates? I mean,
No,
I
I mean
mean-
like
I don't know about Deca, but I know that my least favorite command update, like by far, was 9.0. I remember this very specifically. It was the update where they took pot drops out of Godlands.
wow, that's a really good one.
I don't know
yeah.
if anyone remembers that, but that
I
was
do.
that was such a
the
bad time to play the game.
dumbest thing ever. I don't know if all the listeners were around for that time, but literally what Kabam did is take out all pot drops from Godlands. So if you wanted to get pots, you'd have to run dungeons, which is, dungeons are fine, but if that's the only like system of getting pots in the game, it was just so boring that
It just
I think
god
they
farming
reverted.
is such a big part of the game for new players. It was
They
just
reverted it like within a week. I think
Yeah.
it was just so unsuccessful with the community at the time.
hmm
What was like the reasoning behind that?
Who even knows?
What I
think
remember
okay.
this. Sorry. I remember this. What they said on the forums was that they wanted to encourage people to, I think, actually move out of the fame train and do some dungeons, and not just the fame train, but like they didn't like the mechanic of farming Godlands itself, the bots. They thought it shouldn't be like one of the main sources of potions, and that's where it stemmed from, I guess.
Among these three, what would you rather have? Class rebalances, more in-game music, or more dungeons?
Is there
Wow.
anyone that actually has the music on when they play?
Yeah, does anyone actually play music
No,
on?
see, but like if they had more music, I would totally play.
No, because it's too loud.
Okay, if they like
I don't
lowered
play the music
volume.
not because it's like bad or whatever. I just play it because it's not loud.
Yeah.
It is loud, is what I mean. It's like really annoying to play with any sound.
I don't think I've heard the music in like months, to be honest. I only have it on when like I have to download a new update and it bugs out and like I have to reset all my settings.
Yeah.
So I guess class. No, I think the classes are pretty balanced, samurai. But yeah, I'd have to go with dungeons just by default because new content is always fun. The secluded thicket looks amazing. Good job to Deca once again. Let me just
awesome dungeon.
get down on 2 knees and tell Deca how much I love them. But that just goes back to like what we were talking about earlier. Like I love how Deca's adding all these actual like true bullet hell dungeon types to the game. Like Lost Tours was just the beginning with that, and I guess Parasite Chambers to some degree. But that's what I feel like Realm should be all about, that true bullet hell where you're like just soiling your pants, terrified you could die any second. That's the game at the core to me.
Do you think that the hacker list being released was justified?
I think it was a good thing overall. Like even if people were negatively affected by it, which obviously a lot were, like it's a good slap on the wrist for them, showing that their account details are very out there and they should be a lot more careful. I don't even think it's about like, I don't even think it's a commentary on hacking as much as it is on privacy. Like people use like the same passwords all the time. Like what if someone used their Realm password as like their Facebook or Instagram or whatever? And yeah, I'm really surprised at people who would go back to hack clients right after that scenario just happened. Where how many people was it? It was like 3,000, over 3,000,
2,700.
2,000. Jesus Christ, yeah. I think people are crazy to go back to crazy client after that. Like I would just not trust anything.
I think it's kind of a slap in the face of reality, like you said, because a lot of people have the same passwords for everything and same emails, and people don't realize like downloading certain things can like really ruin everything you have on your computer. And hack clients are no different.
It really like also goes to show like people would always meme like, oh, 90% of Realm players are hackers, but like that client was like downloaded by all those people like within a few hours. Like I don't even think it was a day. That's insane to think. And that's only one hack client. I'm pretty sure there's another.
Like, yeah, that was the one that came out like for the new update from Month of Mad God though, like in like a couple hours. That's why so many people had downloaded it, I guess, because they were all trying to get on Month of Mad God and get their hack clients going. Honestly, in general, what is your opinion on hackers, Deso? Because
it's like the age-old argument of, oh, if they don't affect, I don't care too much. But at the same time, like, you know, I don't condone it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But
what is your opinion on like the LHC purged?
Oh yeah, I think that's totally justifiable. They want to keep up their image, so yeah, I have nothing against that. Mm-hmm. They did what they did.
For sure.
How about you, dude?
Honestly, the whole like hacking thing, I've never really been a fan of anyone or respected anyone that does it, because this game, like permadeath is what makes this game like fun to play. because you
Yeah.
die and you want to try to get new loot, and you just keep repeating that process. It's kind of like it's a need to like improve your skills and get better at the game, so you can get more loot and get better characters and just get better in general. And I think using a hack client just defeats the whole purpose of the game, and I just don't understand why you would want to use one.
I don't understand it either. Like I can see like the novelty of it, like hoo teehee, auto nexus, that was fun. But then like after an hour, I don't see why anyone would still consider playing like that long term, just because it ruins so many fun aspects of the game. Like you wouldn't think of dying as a fun part of the game, obviously, but it is really, permadeath is one of the factors that, you know, it adds risk to the game. There's actual risk and reward with permadeath, so yeah. And I mean, hackers can still die, but yeah, it's just crazy how much benefits they get over what the intended game actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to conclude, like, I can see why people would use full screen just because, like, it's amazing. You can see everything, and, you know, there's so many perks to hacking, obviously, like the anti-confuse. Well, this sounds like I'm really condoning it and recommending it, but at the end of the day, you're only just kidding yourself if you think like, wow, this is the most fun way to play the game. Like, I don't know, you just miss out on that risk and reward factor that makes the game so fun.
People have like come up with ideas. They're like, oh, we should get rid of permadeath. Yeah, permadeath is not an essential part of the game. And I think I disagree in literally every aspect of that argument. I think permadeath is way too important to the game to ever remove or even consider removing.
Amulets are saying hello. How's it going?
Yeah. In retrospect, amulets were probably, you know, not a good part of the game.
Yeah, I was really glad when switchover happened to pets, to be honest.
Attack him for hating an amulet.
Wait, really? Oh, no, I loved amulets, but I guess I can't commentate too much on that because I was a really, really poor like red star player back then. Like I'd be happy if I had a sea sword back then.
I was a light blue star back then. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think I started in June of 2012. So it was like right around the time that like all that duping happened and the enemies were like 8 speed.
Oh,
and I
okay.
still didn't get one.
Yeah, but just like, I guess a side tangent to this side tangent. I never understood, or I don't understand why people complain about like pay to win pets anymore. Like, I can see back in the day when it was actually hard to level a pet, why people would complain. But now there's so many events which just like spew out so much pet food. Like, people can just like insta legendary pretty much. Like, it's so easy now. And I feel like a lot of players don't know how hard it was back in the day when you actually had to spend money on pet food, and it was just so bad back then. We didn't have monthly calendars, guys. If you didn't play back then, it was just tough times.
Wow, yeah, tough times.
Deso, who introduced you to Realm?
I introduced myself to the game. I just stumbled across it randomly.
What about you, Carter?
It was one of the Yogscast YouTubers that played it at some point. I don't actually remember his name. I think it's That Little Wood. I think his name is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, how about your favorite era of Realm?
Ooh, I guess just for nostalgia's sake, like the early Kabam days, like that's when I was starting to get good at the game, starting to get decent items. I say decent items, but I had like, you know, sea swords and
dude, that's when I started getting my moon robes.
Deso armors, and not pun intended.
Deso armor.
I used to think the golden bow was the best weapon in the game, just because it's golden.
Shot
in
3
Olympics,
shots.
Yeah, shot 3 shots. In Olympics, gold is the best, so makes sense. But yeah, that was my favorite era. That really early Kabam era, like when the switchover was taking place.
I'm gonna have to agree for most of the same reasons. It's just all that nostalgia. That's when I started to like really get into the game, and that's when Kabam like actually did things. That was pretty nice.
Wait, were you gonna say that's when Deso did things?
Shut up. That's where Deso like actually was like a worthwhile human being. Not anymore. He's gone way downhill.
Okay. Next question.
So, what keeps you playing?
I honestly like really love leading. Like I discovered like raid leading, you know, only a couple of months ago, and it's just been a blast. Like no matter what server, EDZ, Lost Halls, Shatters, like it adds like a whole new element to the game for me, and I don't think I'd be playing as much if I wasn't raid leading. That's my answer.
Honestly, I had to agree with that, and just the Lost Elves 2.0. It's just such an interesting dungeon that just keeps me engaged the whole time. The dungeon is pretty good because you could die super easily if you're not careful, and sometimes you go low and you're like, whoa, 12 HP, but I'm still alive. I didn't Nexus, I'm not bad. The bosses are just incredible. It's a great dungeon, and just raid leading, it just makes you feel like so humbled to like hear all these people say like, oh, you did such a great job, you did so great. And I mean, there's the opposite, and where people like, you did trash, but it doesn't happen as much. Mostly people are pretty nice about it, and it feels really nice to like be like, wow, I led all these people through a really cool dungeon, and there was a whole bunch of people in here, but I led them through it. It's really satisfying. And interesting about raid leading is I actually didn't want to be raid leader until I saw Desa's video on it. Fun fact.
Oh, wow. I didn't actually know that.
Deso, why isn't your main server Australia?
It is my main server. Who asked that question?
It's freaking Erica. Erica.
So, which one of you is better at Realm?
Victoria Box 12.
What?
Next question.
Okay.
Don't question it. It just makes sense.
Deso, how did it feel getting your first Void White and shortly losing it in a reef?
Oh, yeah, fun times. Yeah, I mean, just as you expect, like, I was like, awesome, Void Quiver, I am the best player in the game. And then I had to do hundreds of lost tours because my RNG personally is terrible, so like losing that Void Quiver was like losing my firstborn child. Yeah, just never been the same ever since.
Did you meet Rumpelstiltskin? Was it Rumpelstiltskin in the Nenarian Reef?
What the fuck is wrong?
He stole your firstborn child.
What the fuck is that reference? Okay, shout out to like the Disney reference, I guess. Okay.
It's fairy tales. What do you mean Disney?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's my answer. Thanks.
Okay.
Go check out LFC and like go sit on some like SaintClair and Desotroya runs.
Dude, no. Sorry. I just made a guild, so if you're interested in joining that, Greed Island, we're really growing fast. We're already, I believe, 10th fame-wise in the world. If you want to join that, just send me or a leader a PM and we'll invite you. Requirements are 20k alive fame though, so that is pretty steep, but we are trying to get like into the top 5, so it's hopefully understandable. And check out my channel, spencercunt.com, if you want, I guess.
But for real though, go check out Desotroya because there's some pretty sick videos, and I'm in like a couple of them, and everybody loves me. I mean, you're not going to go there to watch Deso. You're going to watch me.
It's too much Carter, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest. Come on. It's essentially my channel at this point, let's be honest.
And going on to announcements. So everybody, we have a Patreon. Remember that. It'll be in the description if you want to help out the podcast in any way that you can. Running a podcast is not free. And if you guys have any burning questions, make sure to email us at decadebrief@gmail.com. Also contact that email if you would like to have information about a sponsorship with your Discord. We have a Discord giveaway going in our Discord, actually. We're giving away 8 Decas. If Cosmic is actually still going to follow through with that, I don't know. The link will be in the description. We also release Patreon-only episodes, which includes bloopers and after-recording chatter, including a bunch of unedited stuff like with this episode. It's real funny, guys. So, again, Patreon's in the description. This podcast was edited, produced, and published by CW Girl, Erica Star, and yours truly.
We just want to give a thank you to DJ Quad. We've been using his music in the past couple episodes as our intro and our outro. We've been leaving it out, so we are very thankful for him letting us use our music.
Wait, what?
Yes.
For him letting us use his
music.
Yeah, that makes
And thank you, you two, for coming on.
Yeah, anytime, man. Thank you for having us.
Yep.